name is Olive and I am the director of Pig.
My name is Abigail Middleton and I'm playing Lucy.
My name is Karen Young and I'm playing Maria.
Basically, this show, on the surface, it's about two female scientists and they're in the middle of a project. So Maria is doing her PhD and I'm doing my master's. So Maria, unwantingly, is having to supervise me. And basically, in the play, the project we're doing is actually using a piglet in place of a neonate, so a baby with brain damage. So that's the surface level of what we're doing in the play, is that experiment.
But Lucy, who's doing her master's, is dealing with being in a coercive, abusive relationship outside of the lab and kind of uses the piglet as her emotional stability.
Yeah, so Maria, she's studying for her PhD. She's very uptight, she's very stressed out, but only because the work is so important to her. She's really passionate, enthusiastic about her work, but in a very restricted manner. She doesn't like getting involved too much in personal issues, but she is very kind and she starts to notice some of the things about Lucy and wants to try and find her own way of helping. But
Lucy's in an abusive relationship and her co-worker Maria can see that but doesn't quite know how to approach it. So it's kind of exploring the notions of ignoring and what's right or wrong and that not being clear.
And obviously in that relationship with Maria, again, it's a question of social interaction with these two characters. Are people willing to help each other? Do they want to ignore each other? Is it a question on violence? What do we actually want to get out of somebody else? Do we want to help them? It's that question really, which is quite a nice little social experiment about people, really.
I'm really interested in the way we work as people, and I find that in Pig it's a very classic example of there not being a very clear right or wrong. The pressure that we have in society when we're in a work setting or a social setting to be normal and to keep going and to shove down how we're actually feeling and to keep doing the little things that we need to do and to get the job done, and how we suppress our emotions and the way they come out. I found that Pig explores the way we are as people in a really, really realistic way.
the debates.
Oh yeah, well yeah, definitely, because I'm gonna do this thing. I'm vegan, but especially this ethical question. So I'm coming into rehearsals with my Forever Against Animal Testing bag, doing a play on animal testing. So it's been really nice having. Oh, and you're vegetarian, so we have those moments of feeling, oh gosh. But what is really interesting, I think all of us in this room, even like the director, we all go, I didn't know that about this. I didn't know that. And what is beautiful about this play is it doesn't give you an answer. It is not out there as a pro-vegan, pro-animal rights, pro-against, pro-for. It's not any of those things. What it does is provide some really poignant and beautifully scripted questions.
I really think that everyone could like this show because it explores so much. If you look at it on a very raw level, it's two people trying to get a job done while dealing with their own trauma, with their own pain, with our own insecurities. And I think everyone has that, no matter how old you are, no matter what you do.
Being in a female-led room, creative team, it is a female-led creative team, and the rehearsal room has just been females. It's been so empowering, and that's not just to go, oh yeah, we've got to say that. It honestly has a different dynamic. It's really lovely, and it's just almost, you do feel like you're fighting a nice cause, like saying these are two female scientists, we are an all-female work team.
It's just what it is, isn't it? It's there's no kind of pushed agenda. It's just like, we are women getting to tell a story about women, and that you don't get that opportunity every day.
No, you don't. It's beautiful.
It's hopefully going to continue to be more commonplace, but it's just really great.
It is.
Yeah, good question. Well, I suppose I've did a lot of work with the writer. So when the writer and I first sat down and did a read through, just us two, and she spent about 3 hours teaching me about the science because I know nothing about it, and so she spent a long time teaching me about it. So once I fully understood it, I then explained it to the actors, but told them to really go away and understand it themselves and do a lot of research into that. And every day we spend about an hour of them just working in the lab in silence, so with no script. And I've given them kind of about 6-7 different jobs that they must do in the lab, and they've spent kind of an hour just doing that over and over in silence. And then we've incorporated them speaking, and then we've incorporated the storyline. So the main focus is actually the science and what's happening, and everything kind of unravels around that. So I suppose that process has been quite layered.
Yes!
Yeah.
Very excited.
Because when you think studio, there's a lot of studio spaces that are really, really intimate, really small. And yes, this is intimate, and it's beautiful for the types of plays that they're putting on, like Masquerade that's just been on. Really hard-hitting storylines that are needed today. But it's still massive. It is still quite big. You look at that seating arrangement, don't you? You're like, oh, there's a lot of people.
I really love the studio. I think as a space, it's so exciting because it's so intimate, and it's almost thrilling because you're right there, the actors are right there, and the type of storytelling that we're doing is very realistic.
Yeah.
It's you get to tell a different story and create a different effect on an audience than you would be doing in such a large space as the main stage.
Yeah.
So as an actor, it's a lovely space to be trying, rather than just like something big.
Yeah. But it's still a generous space. It's still nice to go in, and there's still an atmosphere down there, and you definitely still feel like you're part of the Royal Court vibe.
A buzz.
Yeah.
Well, come and see it because it's something different, and it's relatable in a way that will make you aware of just the real life that's happening. And come and see it because it's something different in theatre, and hopefully it will leave you questioning how you felt before.
Because you can see me now for £10 in the studio rather than for free in the box office.
You should come and see this play because it is real life. It's a lovely moment in time, and to us it feels like time kind of freezes. When we do this play, it feels like time kind of freezes. We feel so with these characters from almost the minute they step on stage. Like Karen will step on stage with Maria, and I feel like I'm with her straight away. There's not any answers to the questions we're providing with this play, and there are a lot of questions with this play. And as an audience member, it will engage you, it will intrigue you, and it will make you feel like you want to know more about these people.